Hello, everyone. Nice to see you all. It's been a little while since we've had one of these press conferences. Got a trophy in the cabinet, and that's nice since we last did one of these. And yeah, going all right in Super League One. But unfortunately, at the end of our last game against Monterey, we found out that Anthony Reyes is going to be out for just a couple of weeks with an injury. And we've also got Polito missing for another couple of months. So we have gone and got ourselves another striker to cover for the rest of this season. Now, I will say, while he is here on loan at the moment, his contract is expiring at the end of this season. So there's a chance that we could make this guy a permanent member here at Sporting Kansas City, which would be nice. He is one of the most promising footballers in the entire world. There is no doubt about that, and we are really excited to have him here at Sporting Kansas City. I think it's the biggest signing in the club's history. So without any further ado, I would like to announce that our new striker here at Sporting Kansas City, number 69, Yusufa Moukoko.
Sometimes you're a fire, sometimes you're a ghost. Sometimes you can give me all the things that I love the most. Sometimes you're a queen, sometimes you're a curse, and sometimes a whole lot worse. Yeah, nobody's quite like you.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Blue Hell Worldwide here on Shaun Does FM, and today in episode number 25 we wrap up the end of the transfer window and play in the Europa League Round of 32 over 2 legs against Arsenal. So a tough test for us there. If you're looking forward to it, then do remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and are interested in the series and some more Football Manager content here on the channel, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell on as well. But as you would have seen from the intro, we fixed the problem that we had with striker depth at the end of the last episode. As I said in the intro, both Reyes and Polito now out for a little bit of time, and luckily for us, the man on screen was available for loan, Yusufa Moukoko. You just look at him, he is magnificent. I think he's way too good for this club, way too good for this division, but I'm really hopeful that having him here for the rest of the season, it's only going to be about 5 months, truth be told, but I'm hopeful that he's going to do enough while he's here to keep us in those top few teams in this league, and maybe even with the fact that we could get in amongst his most favoured personnel managerial-wise, hopefully, and also some teammates. I'm hopeful that getting him here on loan is going to give us a little bit of an upper hand and potentially signing this guy when his contract does run out at the end of the year. You look at him, he's just magnificent at 17 years old. Cannot wait to see what he will do in the couple of months he is going to have here at Sporting Kansas City. Hopefully longer, but we'll see what we can do. But we did bring Yusufa Moukoko in to replace both Anthony Reyes, who's out for a couple of weeks with a pulled hamstring, and still Alan Polito, who's been out for a little while now and is still probably going to be out for another month or so. So hopefully we'll get a few more goals getting banged in up front with Yusufa Moukoko joining the club. But we have also made one more transfer as well as this one to end the transfer window here in 2022, and that is the addition of another young goalkeeper to join our ranks. This guy was available for 300,000, and with that potential ability, he looked quite a good deal. So we decided we're going for this guy. Andreas Jungdal has joined us from AC Milan, 19 years old. As I said, that good 5-star potential, and something I really like about goalkeepers when I can find them. He is quite tall, 1.91 centimeters, decent aerial reach, and has very good jumping reach. He should be really good from set piece to try and nullify corners and the like. So looking forward to this guy progressing at the club, albeit we'll see what he does while we're here for the rest of this FM21 cycle anyway. But a good, promising goalkeeper, the Danishman Andreas Jungdal, has also joined the club, and that wrapped up this transfer window in the middle of our second season here at Sporting Kansas City. But we're going to get into things very shortly. A few things to note since the end of yesterday's episode. We have played no games since the end of that episode, which if you missed, I will leave a link to above my head in the top right corner. But we have had some players come back from injury in the couple of days since then. Both and Blaise Ayongo is back from his African Cup of Nations experience. Cameroon getting knocked out in the second round by Morocco, first knockout round straight out of the group stage. That was a little bit surprising to see Cameroon go out that soon. And also Graham Zusi back from injury as well. So apart from striker, where, as I said, we've brought in Moukoko for Polito and Reyes, we are pretty deep now squad-wise compared to what we have been the last few months. And for this upcoming game as well, Elise Sanchez is suspended. So we'll see what the boys can do. We'll come back shortly from the Emirates Stadium, taking on Mikel Arteta's Arsenal in the first leg of the round of 32 knockouts in the Europa League. So here's our team for this upcoming game. It is the Europa League, so we are still going to use our rotation team. And at the moment, that means Wilson Harris is the backup striker, Yusufa Moukoko on the bench. But the one change to the regular rotation with Sanchez suspended and Jala just a little bit tired, Khalifa Ngongolo, who was a player who was sought after by quite a few clubs in this past transfer window, the likes of Crystal Palace were coming in for him. We were able to keep him. He's actually going to get a start in this game, but otherwise it's more or less the full rotation. And as you can see there, Moukoko on the bench. And hopefully we can get a good result here and at least keep it fairly even going into the second leg against Arsenal. And here is the Arsenal team sheet. You can see they're playing a 4-2-3-1. They've still got quite a few of their good young talents by the look of it. And there is our team sheet. Again, the usual 4-3-3 for us. And we'll see if our number 69 gets some minutes off the bench. If he doesn't get a game this time around, he certainly will be playing in the league game that we've got in between the games in today's episode. But we are shown the highlights straight from kickoff as we are playing left to right in our blue hoops, and Vandenberg up to Walter. And hopefully we could make a good start here and hopefully put Arsenal on the ropes. But this is going to be a tough test for us over 2 legs, albeit we did push into Milan close in yesterday's episode in the FA Cup, only going out 1-0 to them. And they have gone past Barcelona since then as well. So maybe we're nearly as good as Barcelona, but there was Reece Nelson with a good chance there. And early on it remains 0-0. 11 minutes gone, it's a throw in here for Arsenal. Bellerin on a yellow card, but he's going to put this into Ross Barkley. Back to Bellerin, makes his way in field. Sagged off a bit and he curves that into the top left corner. And early on, we go 1-0 down to Arsenal at the Emirates, which isn't ideal, but truth be told, not unexpected. It was a simple play here from the throw, and Barkley back to Bellerin. He's given a little bit of space, and in fact, I think that's taken a deflection there off Issamat Miran. So Deschamps might have had an excuse there, but Arsenal off to a good start, 1-0 up after 15 minutes as Patrick picks up a yellow card here, and we are going to have a free kick. So hopefully we can get back into things here. Nice ball for Shalloy in the back of the net, but I think he is offside. We'll just wait for VAR and the referees to confirm, but I think that goal is going to get ruled out, and indeed it is. So after 16 minutes, Arsenal still up 1-0. 22 minutes gone, a throw in for Arsenal again in a good area of the pitch. Reece Nelson flicking that on, but Deschamps claims that safely, and hopefully we can get something going. Semi on the counter-attack there, was a little bit afraid he was going to kick that straight into the Arsenal player, but we do get possession now. Bolton out to Shalloy, who nearly put us ahead before. Bellerin with a tackle, and that is going to go up to VAR again, this time for a potential penalty. I thought Bellerin won the ball. If he didn't, he could be getting sent off here because he's already on a yellow card, but we'll see what VAR makes of this, and he's given the penalty, so we'll see if Hector gets shown anything else. He doesn't, but Daniel Shalloy with the chance to put us back at 1-1 after 24 minutes, and this would be a big goal. Daniel Shalloy just gets that past Leno. It's 1-1. Of course, we discovered when we took on Beijing Guan a few episodes ago that the away goal rule is not a part of the Europa League in this World Super League database, so doesn't give us too much of a leg up, but nice to get a goal away from home nonetheless. And 1-1 after 24 minutes, looking okay for us here at the Emirates. 29 minutes gone, and this time it's a throw-in for us in a good area of the pitch, although we do lose the ball out there, and it's Kramaric getting around our defence and towards the box. Issamat Miran trying to shepherd him out to the left-hand side. Tight angle, his shot hits the post. It's a little bit messy. Luckily, we kept it out, and still it remains 1-1. And now, at the half-hour mark, we have a free kick down the other end. Zusi puts us in, trying to find one of our centre-backs, but it is cleared away, although Ngongolo is going to tidy this up quite nicely. The young Frenchman, ball over the top. Daniel Shalloy, that's a wonderful finish from a tight angle. He is not offside, and a quick-fire double to Daniel Shalloy, and we are upsetting Arsenal at the Emirates 2-1 up after half an hour, and this is going very well indeed. Khalifa Ngongolo wasn't too sure what he was going to do here, tidied things up and then played a wonderful ball over for Daniel Shalloy. First time finish, had some help off the woodwork, but this time it gets countered in open play, and we go 2-1 up a quarter of an hour before half-time. And that is half-time in the first leg of this Europa League tie against Arsenal, and despite them looking the better team stats-wise, proves they are the better team. We have been very clinical with our chances, one of them from the penalty spot, Daniel Shalloy, with a double to give us the lead after they did go ahead through Hector Bellerin, but very happy with how this is going against Premier League opposition so far. and hopefully we can keep this up in the second half and take a lead into the home league. 57 minutes gone. The first highlight of this half starts with an Arsenal throw from Bellerin. Plays the ball forward, but Deschamps able to claim that nicely. But once again, Arsenal have started the second half much like they did the first here, looking the more threatening team as they get back in possession here. Saka on the ball up to Ross Barkley, and this could be interesting. Saka to Martinelli. His shot blocked, tight angle, and then I think that was Nelson or Saka from a tight angle, but luckily Deschamps makes the save, and now they have a throw in again, so they are all over us here to start the second half, trying to get this game back to all square. Wijnaldum out to Kieran Tierney. Good slide tackle there from Luke Bolton, but they do get possession back. Tierney in the mixer finds Ross Barkley, and they have equalised, and it is 2-2 with a half hour to go. Not unexpected, but they are back in this, and we could be in for a barrage of fire in the second half, it is fair to say. Bolton with a good slide tackle, but unfortunately the ball fell back out to open spaces. Tierney able to get back onto it. Ball in there for Barkley, and just too much power on the volley. And we will make some changes before we resume this game. Both Zusi and Bolton only playing okay and down to yellow hearts. So Olasunde can come on for Zusi and Johnny Effin Russell for Luke Bolton. But with a half hour to go, it's all square at 2-2. 64 minutes gone, and Arsenal with a throw and looking to get back in front after we snatched the lead off them in the first half. Guendouzi there, back out to Tierney, having a good game. Guendouzi with a low-fired shot. It falls off the rebound to Kieran Tierney, and they do go in front. A quick-fire double, this time from the arse, and they go 3-2 up with 25 minutes to go. Guendouzi getting an assist here, which I thought was fairly kind. You can see Tierney plays this back to Guendouzi. It's deflected. I'm not too sure if that was off one of our players or theirs, but either way, Tierney with a good finish from a tight angle. And it is now 3-2 with 24 minutes to go. And we're going to make our last substitution. Issama Mirin on a 6.4 rating as well. We'll just try and solidify things at the back and bring Angelo Fontas on for him. So those will be our free subs. No Moukoko quite yet. He'll have to wait until the league game we've got in between the two legs of this Europa League tie. But with 24 minutes to go, we are a goal down to Arsenal in the away league. 73 minutes gone here. Arsenal with a free kick. Saka to Thomas, but puts the header just over the bar, going for the top left corner, and still it remains 3-2, and we are going to get shown the goal kick resulting from that, so maybe we can work our way down the other end and get back into this. But 3-2 in the away leg would be a result I wouldn't be too disappointed about, as that Arsenal clearance falls to Walter. Ball over the top for Wilson Harris. Tierney will tidy things up. Leno there with a somewhat scratchy clearance, but they are still in possession here. Arsenal. Christensen to Guendouzi, Thomas. And let's see if they can strike again. 4-2. And we're being a bit more trouble than we currently are. But I feel this is manageable at the moment. Tierney with a ball, and Martinelli at the far post. If he gets down on target, they do go 4-2 up, but it's wide. And still it remains 3-2. 93 minutes gone. It's a late free kick to Saka, and there's no ball here from us, which is interesting. Hopefully this doesn't backfire. The shot straight at Deschamps, and then Thomas with the rebound. Very well saved there from him. So we keep it at 3-2. Rather fortunately, not too sure what was going on there defensively. We should have a wall set up for those direct free kicks, but luckily it didn't cost us too much there, and they even nearly put the rebound in, but good goalkeeping there from Remy Deschamps as Louis Martins gets the ball taken off him there, and with 10 seconds to go, it is 3-2, a late free kick. We find Vandenberg at the far post. He's just holding the ball up there, tries to fizz it into the box. They do clear it there to Arsenal, but I think that's pretty much going to be all she wrote. We will get shown this throw-in, so maybe we're going to have a late chance here in this first league to try and get it back to 3-3. Interesting slide tackle on Wijnaldum there from Olasunde, trying to find Shallowy, but the ball's just a little bit deep, and it's all over as we get shown the free kick that nearly went in the back of the net. But in the end, we taste defeat 3-2, and then we can't complain too much. Arsenal, definitely the better side, but you look at the stats, we did really well to get that close. So some promising signs there going into the second league, albeit we are going to have to play better if we're going to overturn that deficit. But considering how hammered we were, I would definitely take that result all day long and twice on Sunday. So we'll come back shortly, show you guys highlights from Moukoko's debut in the league and see if we can turn around this 1-goal deficit when we go home to Children's Mercy Park. And we are back. The league game that we had in between these Arsenal games was against the team on the bottom half of the table in Gremio, and this was, of course, Youssoufa Moukoko's debut for Sporting Kansas City. And boy, oh boy, did he make his presence felt. And in the 5th minute, we had a corner here, which they did clear. Busio on the ball, just on the edge of the box, finds a Yongo. He's puts a ball across, and Moukoko is just left way too open, sweeps that home and gets a goal very early on in his Sporting Kansas City debut. And then he went on to make it a double in the 24th minute. Well put through again, and finishes that off nicely towards the near post Wintle with the assist. And then just before half time, the young German completes a first half hat trick. So an instant impact from Moukoko or the Sunday with the assist that time. And we were 3-0 up at the half. They did get a goal back late, did Gremio, when it was all but over in the last minute of added time. Harui out to Kunta. He puts the ball in, and Otero slots that away at the far post, but it was all she wrote long before that. And Yusufa Moukoko with a hat trick on debut gives us a 3-1 win in the league, which is nice to say. Good to see some good instant impact there from our loan signee. I didn't actually mention it earlier, but he is not on a very big wage at all, 6.5 thousand euros. So that's something to also keep in mind. I think he should be very well suited here, should he not want a wage rise. And when that contract expires, if he does enjoy his time here at Sporting Kansas City, as I said, hoping that this loan spell is going to potentially give us some inside running on trying to secure his services when that contract does run out. But what that means for the league table at the end of our league gameplay in today's episode is we are still in fifth. We're 8 points behind Santos, but with 2 games in hand on those guys. But now we have a 15-point gap on the relegation zone with 14 league games left to go. So I think we're starting to put ourselves in a position where we can start to really forget about the relegation battle that we found ourselves in earlier this season. I think now we can try and just see how high we can finish in this league table. And you never know, if some of those teams out in front like Palmeiras and Flamengo start to slip, we could start to actually gain some ground on those guys and might not be without a chance of trying to win this league anyway. But you can see the gap between the top couple of teams and the rest now just starting to close compared to what it was earlier in the season. And with Moukoko arriving, we might just be able to sneak up the table a little bit more than we were doing already. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there, but we're not without a chance of potentially trying to win the league, but we would need some luck and some results to go our way there. But we are about to play the second leg of the tie against Arsenal, and we have made some changes to the team going into this game because we have a few suspensions, a few injuries, and a player with the flu as well. So we'll go to the medical centre just to run you guys through things. Anthony Ray is very close to coming back too, so that's something worth also noting, should be right for tomorrow's episode. But Roberto Punchik in that game against Gremio twisted his ankle. He's out for some time, between 2 weeks to a month, so he's going to be missing for this upcoming game and probably the next episode as well. And Luke Bolton has the flu as well as Louis Martins being suspended. So we'll come back shortly and run you guys through the team. There are a few changes which we'll run you guys through, but hopefully we can turn around this deficit, which is 3-2, as we head into the home league and try and make our way through to the round of 16 in the Europa League, where we would meet one of West Ham or Wolves. And at the moment, that tie is 2-1 in favour of Wolves. And here is our team for the second leg against Arsenal. As we ran through before, a few injuries, a few suspensions, and that means we have had to make a few changes. It's mostly the rotation team, but we have had to bring in some different players. Iyongo starting at left back with Martins being suspended. That means that Aidan Stanley makes his way onto the bench. With Bolton out, we're going to try Gutty Kinda out on the right wing, just see what he does there. As really, he hasn't really found a position that he's made his own here so far at Sporting Kansas City, and he is more of a winger, I think, than a midfielder, but we'll try him out there in this game, see what he can do. Up front, Moukoko is going to get a start. He's got a light workload at the moment. We'll just see if he can maybe propel us into the next round of this Europa League, see if he can keep up the magic that he showed us in the first game here at the club. And at the back, with Punchik injured, that means Vandenberg is going to be playing for the first team for a little while. So we've promoted Diego Coronado. This is the guy who came for our youth intake last season. Looked really promising, tall lad who's decent heading, decent jumping reach, only 16 years old. We'll give him a crack against Arsenal. It's a tough test, but I'm hopeful he can live up to the expectations that we do have. But a pretty decent rotation team for us here and some good options on the bench as well. We'll see if we can overcome this 1-goal deficit at home. And here are the pre-match graphics. There's our team as we ran through before. Recent form, a little bit up and down, but hopefully with Moukoko up front, we can get a better result than we got in the first league, and Arsenal looking very similar to what they did in the first league as well, although they've got Diego Costa up front this time, which is a little bit surprising. But we'll see if we can overturn this 1-goal deficit. 12 minutes gone, we have a goal kick to start the first highlight of the game. Coronado just a little bit lazy on the ball there, but luckily for us, we were able to get it out. Now Moukoko, one-on-one with the keeper, but straight at Leno. That was a great early chance for the young German wonder kid. Straight at Leno though, and it does remain 0 on the day. 17 minutes gone, a free kick to Arsenal, which Forest takes, finds Diego Costa, puts it into the mixer, and we just don't deal with it, and Bukayo Saka is there to tuck that away, and we now have a 2-goal deficit to overcome. That's exactly the start that we didn't want, although, as we've said before, away goals do not matter in this competition, so we will have to win this game anyway. It doesn't hurt us as much as it potentially could have, that goal, but we go down by 2 goals early in the second leg at home. 29 minutes gone, and Arsenal on the attack again with a throw-in inside their own half. Tierney to Coop Miners, plays out to Costa, Guendouzi out to Forest, who put that ball in the mixer before, which they got their first goal from the set piece. Now Wijnaldum just on the edge of the box. Christensen, he also is on the edge of the box, and they're just knocking this around quite dangerously. They play that through for young James Forrest, and they make it 2-0 on the day, 5-2 on aggregate. And I'm starting to feel like our use of Moukoko in this game could be a waste of time. Maybe we should have just kept Wilson Harris in here, because I don't think that Moukoko could even save us from this situation. Just well played from them, our defence. Not really up to it, unfortunately, and after a half hour, we are 3 goals behind on aggregate. Okay, 40 minutes gone here. We're going to make some substitutions prior to half time, because there are some Yellow Heart players here who really are letting the team down. Remy Walter on a 6.2, Ryan Wintle can come on for him, and also Johnny Russell for Gutty Kinda on a 6.3. He's just a player I can't seem to get firing in this team, Gutty Kinda, so maybe that's something to consider come the end of the season, but we'll make 2 changes before halftime, a little bit risky, but hoping for a reaction as we're still 3 goals behind. 42 minutes gone, and Arsenal with a throw, and if they get another goal here, I think we're in a world of hurt. Forest just nearly got hold of that, but we did clear it out to Johnny Russell, out to Moukoko. If we can get one before halftime, maybe we've got a chance. Sizing up his opposition inside the box, but takes the shot on from far too tight an angle, and still it remains 5-2 on aggregate, 2-0 to Arsenal on the day, and they do look to play out from the back here from the resulting goal kick, but they are definitely a classy opposition, are Arsenal, showing it in the second league so far after we kept it somewhat tight in the first league, albeit they definitely were the better team stat-wise. Coop Miners with a shot there forces a very good save out of Deschamps, and then Zachary forces another save out of Deschamps. He did so well there, but Diego Costa finally puts it out of its misery, and we now go 3-0 down on the day, and we're just looking like we're not quite up for it today, unfortunately. Some really good saves there from Deschamps, but the third time around, Diego Costa with a simple tap-in, and we are in a world of hurt as we enter halftime. It is 6-2, and we need a miracle, it is fair to say, getting absolutely smashed in this league, albeit stats-wise, I don't actually think it's as bad as it was in the first league, but yeah, we're just getting hammered. Hopefully we can improve this in the second half, but I think we're going to be going out of this Europa League. We've got 4 goals to try and make up on Arsenal. 48 minutes gone, Arsenal with an early corner to absolutely try and seal it. Johnny Russell, though, on the counter-attack, and he makes his way forward, places up to Moukoko. Can he get a shot? If he does, it's just high and wide. He's had some chances, he's creating stuff, but nothing on target yet, and still it remains 6-2 on aggregate. 60 minutes gone, and Arsenal with the ball just outside their box and looking to keep the pressure on us as they pile it on yet again to start off the second half, as Coop Miners plays that back to one of the Arsenal defenders, but Moukoko gets in the way of it. Tight angle for him to finish here, and he buries that past the goalkeeper, and the number 69 gets his 4th goal in a game and a half, more or less, and makes it 6-3 on aggregate. Still a big task to try and overcome this, but he's given us a sniff of hope. It was sloppy from Coop Miners, and just a simple finish there from Moukoko, albeit from a tight angle, funded there into the left corner, and we get this back to 6-3 and try and get a bit of respectability back into this tie. And if we can get another one at short order, then maybe we're back in the mix here, and they give the ball straight to Yongo, over to Moukoko. Great chance to make it 2. He chips it off the underside of the crossbar, and maybe we are back in this. A quick fire double in 2 minutes from Yusufa Moukoko, and it is 6-4, 3-2 on the day, much like it was in the first league. Nailed him straight to Yongo, a poor pass from the former Liverpool and PSG man, and Moukoko with a chip to pinpoint precision. A little bit of help from the underside of the crossbar, and in short order, it's back at 3-2 on the day, 6-4 on aggregate. 68 minutes gone here, and we have a goal kick. If we can get another one back here, it would only be one more goal, and with 20 minutes to go, it would give us a chance at the very least. Well, it's a poor pass from Wintle, and Shaun finds Guendouzi, plays that out to Forrest, and Arsenal look to get the advantage back in this game. But Daniel Shallow with some good work there to get the ball back for us. Youssoufa Moukoko, tight angle. What can he do? Tries to beat goalkeeper near post. The rebound falls to him, and it's his second hat-trick in 2 games for Youssoufa Moukoko. What an impact the number 69 has had here at Sporting Kansas City, and we are right back in this with 20 minutes to play. A 10-minute hat-trick, more or less, from the young German. As you can see, tried to beat him at the near post. The rebound fell perfectly to him, and with 20 minutes to go, we need one more goal to tie this up. Entering the last few minutes of this game, no highlights since Moukoko completed his hat-trick. Unfortunately, we brought Sunday on for a tired Graham Zusi, but unfortunately, our run is gonna end by a single goal. We gave it a hell of a crack, it has to be said. Youssoufa Moukoko, as you would have seen from those last couple of games, with immediate impact. If we had played him in the first league, I wonder if that could have made the difference. But unfortunately, that's going to be one of the last games our rotation team plays this season. That's the last cup competition that we have been knocked out of, only narrowly in the end by Arsenal, 6-5 on aggregate. We were absolutely dead and buried at halftime. Somehow got back in it thanks to an 8-minute hat-trick from Youssoufa Moukoko, but couldn't quite keep it up in Arsenal. In the end, you look at the stats over both leagues, they really should have won that tie by a lot more, but we gave it a heck of a crack, as I said, only just narrowly going out 6-5 on aggregate of the Europa League to Arsenal. And back in the inbox, unfortunately out of the Europa League now, but yeah, as I said, we gave that a heck of a crack and somehow nearly rescued that from a 4-goal deficit at halftime in the second leg, largely thanks to Youssoufa Moukoko and his second hat-trick in 2 games. I think we're definitely going to have to try and sign this guy at the end of the season already. He just looks like he is on a different level to everyone else at this early stage anyway, but very promising signs for Youssoufa Moukoko here at Sporting Kansas City. Just such a good striker, especially for that advanced forward role that we play, and hopefully we can get that transfer interest up even more. It's already on a slight interest, so yeah, hopefully we can make it a permanent deal come the end of this loan spell, but no doubt there's going to be some bigger teams in for him as well, and we'll have to try and fend them off. But going to be interesting to see what happens with that at the end of the season, but a very promising start there from Moukoko, despite the fact that we did go out of the Europa League thanks to that 6-5 aggregate defeat. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Just the league to focus on now for the rest of the season, and truth be told, there's not actually a lot of games left in our league campaign either. I think we're going to come back in March. We're going to try and do maybe an episode a month to round off the season. I know we haven't got many games in May, so it might be a late April come May episode to round the season off, but we will come back tomorrow, and I think we're going to do the Club America Santos Laguna double as their back-to-back games. We can catch you guys up on the highlights of our other games before then. And in March, it is also the time that we get our youth intake. We were suggested that we might have another golden generation at the club. We'll see if that comes to fruition, but we'll see how our league form is going between now and then as well. And maybe we can sneak our way closer to the top couple of teams in the Brasileiro Serie A as well. But if you did enjoy today's episode, Youssoufa Moukoko making an immediate impact despite the fact we do go out of the Europa League to Arsenal, then remember to go down below, leave a thumbs up on the video, and if you haven't done so already and enjoy what you see here on the channel and are looking forward to more Football Manager content, also remember to hit that subscribe button and turn that notification bell as well. But until tomorrow, we will be taking on Club America and Santos Laguna. Thank you very much for watching. Keep on keeping on, and I'll see you then. Cheers.
Sometimes it can